Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Brickazoid's Den. I would like to continue the Future of LEGO Games series with this next one here. What else could LEGO do for video games? Now, I don't know at the time of this recording what the next LEGO game by TT Games is going to be. It's probably, my guess is it's going to be an Avengers Infinity Saga game, which I've actually been kind of. Well, actually, do I want to say? Yeah, okay. I've been doing little designs for or ideas, I should say, maybe not designs, ideas for what I think an Avengers Infinity Saga game would look like. And I thought in this series I would share those with you a little later on. But for now, I want to do this video talking about what else could LEGO do for other video games. Now, obviously, if you've been, watching LEGO for a little bit, LEGO has been making deals with Universal. Obviously, I think they did something with Universal music or something to make video. I think that's what that was. Although that theme didn't really do too well. But again, LEGO is still, in talks with Universal to do stuff. So, could we see LEGO video games based off of Universal properties? I.e., Kung Fu Panda could be 5 levels from each of the 3 movies, potentially similar to the Lego Ninjago game with that combat system that was very, very cool actually in the Lego Ninjago game. Even though I wasn't too crazy about that one, the combat where you could do the different floating butterfly, different techniques was really cool. Could we also see something like that for a Kung Fu Panda game? I think the open world of that game would be pretty cool. It'd be very what would it be? I guess I can't really find a word to explain it, but I guess it'd be there would be a lot of temples. You could go to the little towns. You could go to the bamboo forest, places like that. And like I said, 5 levels from each of the movies I think could work pretty well as a fun game, I guess. Obviously, we have no Kung Fu Panda sets, although actually that'd be pretty cool to get Kung Fu Panda Lego sets. Yeah, that'd be really cool. But then also maybe a How to Train Your Dragon game as well could be really interesting. 5 levels from each of the 3 movies there, and you can play as the dragon characters as well. Toothless. That's the only one I remember because I haven't watched those movies in a long time. But you know what I mean? Those games, or those characters you could play as. The open world could be where they, I don't know what that place is called, where they stay. I guess I don't know where it is. Where they live, basically. That I think it was a rocky area or something. I don't remember. I gotta rewatch those movies. But then you could also go to on the ships and stuff like that. That the villain of the 3rd movie was on. I don't remember. I gotta go back and rewatch those movies to remember every little detail. But you get the point. We could see maybe some of those. Perhaps a Jurassic World video game, 5 levels from each of the 3 movies there, and they can redo the first Jurassic World movie levels, then obviously do the other 2 movies as well. I think that one could actually be maybe actually come to fruition pretty easily, honestly. There was a Jurassic World video game, but it was based off of the first movie and then obviously all 3 of the Jurassic Park movies. So I wouldn't even count it as Lego Jurassic World, I would count it as Lego Jurassic Park. But either way, yeah, they could redo some of the levels from Jurassic World, the first Jurassic World movie, and then do Jurassic World 2, and then Jurassic World 3, and Jurassic World 3 is coming out actually pretty soon, I think, this summer, I think. So, I don't know, that was just a game idea that I had there. Then one that I would actually really enjoy seeing would be a Despicable Me video game. That would be kind of cool. 5 levels from each of the 3 movies there, or 4 depending on the release of the game, because there is a 4th Despicable Me movie coming out at 2024, I think it was. Then they could, for DLC, they could do Minions DLC, Minions, the Minions movies DLC, maybe have the same vibe as the Incredibles game, kind of, with this open world that's a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more goofy, kind of stuff like that. I think could be pretty cool. Or maybe LEGO could continue making Pixar games. Now, I know people, I think, from what I remember, people had mixed feelings on the LEGO Incredibles video game. I personally really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun. It was unique, to say the least. And what if LEGO decided to continue working with Pixar to make more LEGO games? So this could be a LEGO Toy Story game. I think would be absolutely perfect. Literally perfect. 5 levels off of the 4 movies. Open world could be Andy's house. Could be Bonnie's house. You could go to all these different places. You could go to the carnival. Places like that from the 4th movie. I feel like it would have a similar feel to the Lego Movie bonus world for Andy's house. I don't know if you remember that, but in the Lego Movie video game from 2014, you could go and to the kid's bedroom and I don't remember what the kid's name was, but the kid's bedroom, and get like a million studs. So maybe it could be like kind of like Andy's house or Andy's room could be kind of like looking like that. But then obviously you could travel to all the different open world locations depending on the movie. And then for DLC, it could be like a Lightyear DLC from the new Lightyear movie coming out. And then also like the little mini like Toy Story mini movies as well, like Toy Story of Terror, and then Toy Story That Time Forgot as well. You know, you could get some like other characters from there, maybe even a level pack. There's just I feel like there's a lot of content for DLC in that game, and I think it could be a pretty fun game because it's Toy Story is a very recognizable franchise. So, but yeah, those are just a few ideas of other Lego games that they could do. But again, I think one of the big things that Lego is going to be doing next is, oh, and by the way, these would all be in the style, at least for now, would all be in the style of like the average Lego game or the regular Lego game, not the style of Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, which obviously has a completely different feel. I just kind of designed these in a way that it would be based off of like original Lego games. So I just wanted to mention that. But I think, again, the next LEGO game is probably going to be an Infinity Saga game, although we have had zero news about it at the time of this recording from TT Games or LEGO or anything. So we'll just have to wait and see. But they're definitely working on something, I feel. They're definitely working on something. So, yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video just kind of talking about just a few ideas of, like, maybe smaller LEGO games that they could do in between this time. Because it's been since, like, what was it? 2019 was our last LEGO game. It was a LEGO Movie 2 game, very early, I think February 2019. And then we were supposed to get Skywalker Saga at like the end of the year, I think, or 2020, and obviously we didn't. So now it's been pushed back to this year, 2022. Finally, it is released. So what is next for Lego games? And I'm very excited to see what they do. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that stuff, and there we go. So if you enjoyed that video, do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.